Okay. Okay. Now you can tell the plugin has been installed by these two buttons here that provide the most basic interaction with your local Z2 runtime, and by the little Z decorating projects that have the class path container in their class path definition. So so in order to actually be recognized by the Eclipse-wide plugins, projects should have the class path container mentioned in their .classpath file, which is automatic by these projects. These two buttons, allow to trigger a synchronization of the runtime. Synchronization means that all the modifications that have been applied to the subversion branch in between, if there were any, would be found by your local runtime, as well as download all the binaries that are required to complete the class path of projects in your workspace, which is exactly what we're going to do now. So press the right side Z button. I forgot to start the runtime again. Starting the runtime in Eclipse also gives you the benefit of not having the console only in the GUI, but also seeing it in the console view in Eclipse, which can be handy at times. Okay, we're done. So press the right side button. You can tell from the status messages that something is going on. There's a workspace rebuild, and as you can tell here, the project can compile now in Eclipse in your workspace. Also, you see the class container mentioned as a library of the project, and you can tell there's all kinds of stuff. There's the Wicked libraries, obviously. There's some Apache Common stuff, Hibernate, and so on. All the stuff that was known to the Z2 environment, what was not present in your workspace previously. So the next thing we want to do is change the application a little bit. Let's say we want to change the way this title string is rendered. I happen to know that this happens in the class library data view. So open library data view Java. Let's give us a little more room here. And you can see there's a label that has a label title, image title, and generates this kind of funny string here. So let's change this to having a title colon in front of it. Save it. Now you can tell the project was modified, but even if we synchronize the runtime now, there will be no obvious change in the display here. So that is, in order to make sure the local runtime picks up your changes, you go and ARM projects that contain changes that you want to be seen by your local runtime. Now, having an ARM project can be told by the little green aura around the Z here. Okay, now trigger another synchronization. And we can actually tell from the console output that something different happened this time. For example, it said that it found 2 invalidation candidate resources. And also from this string we can see that something got restarted. So go back to the web app, press refresh, and yep, there's our title colon string. The way this works is that that your local development workspace actually represents to the Z2 runtime, it represents a component repository, just like the remote subversion repository constitutes a component repository. Your workspace, however, comes with a higher priority, so that the changes you apply in your workspace override or overlay anything that can be found in the Subversion repository, so that you have a local slice of the system available to you for modification until you're done, and you can commit your changes back to the system. However, we're not going to commit this to the system. Instead, we're going to revert the change. There's one more thing we would like to show you, and that is that you can not only change leaves on the dependency graph, like web applications that may require other stuff but are not directly referenced in terms of, for example, Java type reuse by other modules, but instead you can also change any kind of resources that are in the system and modify them in your workspace. In this example, what we're going to do is we will change a shared library that was used by the samples.wikid_ImageLib application to render the string that we modified a second ago. So that project we also saw on the class paths before is the samples shared service module or project that contains a Java component that is reused by 2 applications. Now, as we can tell, up to now, the application project actually referenced the module by its library. Once it's in the workspace and we do an ellipsoid update again, the application project will actually not reference the binary any longer, but instead the actual Eclipse workspace project. So now arm the shared module project as well. Let's actually see what we have now. If we go to the web app, we see that it will now say it will render the string without the title colon prefix because we reverted the change and had a synchronization. The string, however, the string that we prepended by title colon was already modified by the string modifier class that's part of the shared module. So let's change this implementation now. Let's say it is supposed to say once more the title. Hold on. Save the change. And again, trigger a synchronization, and let's see what happens. Go back to the web app and press refresh, and yes, we'll see that also this change got applied. The same logic would apply to any kind of non-code resources like database, data source configurations, and so on. This concludes our short demonstration. We wanted to give you an impression how development environment setup and development turnaround with Z2 environment fields. Please also visit our website at www.z2-environment.eu. And also, please start using Z2. Your feedback is really important for us. Thank you for your attention. Bye-bye.